Hey, how's it going? Today we are back with another video, and it's a concept I've definitely done in the past. I have deleted the top 60 players from the NBA, leaving us with Nikola Vucevic, Jarrett Allen, Desmond Bane as the best players in the NFL. Aaron Gordon, Stephon Castle. I mean, Alex Sarri's going to be like Hakeem Olajuwon out here. Now, the top 60 players netted out to being everybody 85 overall or higher. I think Rudy Gobert was an 84. He snuck into the group I deleted as well. But you see where we're at now? We're going to get a really interesting look at the NBA. Dude, the Clippers are so bad. If every team had to rely on their depth pieces, wow. Okay, yeah, I got sick again. In case you couldn't tell, I sound terrible. I thought I'd be able to record this video. Okay, let me regroup here. I guess I haven't been talking much since I got sick. Anyways, that's better. I have to clear my throat. Miami, what was I talking about? Con Kneppel. Dude, the Hornets. This might be the video for them. They have probably the best overall starting five. The Jazz look okay. The Kings. Yeah, the Kings might be some dogs. But if you're wondering, Jay, 60 players seems very specific. Well, you'd be right. Okay, so first season, we're going to simulate 2 seasons here. In the first, we're going to see all these rosters at play. The best 60 players, basically the best 2 or 3, 2 players from every team eliminated. We're going to see which team simulates the best. I might as well finish showing you all the rosters. San Antonio looks pretty good. Phoenix looks actually really good. They only lost D-Book. OKC, no. Oklahoma City Thunder, they lost their 3 best players and they have the deepest roster still. That really shows you something about how good they are in real life. Portland actually looks good. Golden State looks terrible. The Wizards look all right. So there are our new look 30 teams. But the reason I deleted 60 players is because we're going to simulate 2 seasons. And in the second season, we will be welcoming in the 60 best players in the NBA. I double checked because originally I noticed I had screwed up. After I made this draft class, I only had 59 players. It took me forever to figure out who was missing. But as you see Rudy Gobert there, number 60, I do have 2 full rounds of star NBA players ready to be drafted. And even though I'm sick, I'm really on the ball here. I remembered to reset draft pick ownership. So every single team is in the same spot. They've got none of their best players. They're just relying on their depth pieces here for year 1. Then into year 2, every team will have 2 draft picks unless they decide to trade one here, which we will definitely track. That would be interesting. Long story short, I'm very excited for this video. Again, I've made a concept similar to this before. This is going to be 2 seasons. We're going to get 2 way different looking simulations, at least I assume. I'm not going to lie. I think my prediction, my team that I think is going to come out of the West is OKC, even though they don't have, like, Isaiah Hartenstein's their best player. I don't know if that'll work. They have so many 80 overalls. It's just, yeah, they're probably going to be unbeatable. From the Eastern Conference, it's partially my heart, but I really like the way that Charlotte Hornets team looked. Let's get to the end of the season, man. Oh my goodness, MVP Jalen Green. Yeah, you know what? I did see that Phoenix Suns team. They looked pretty good. They only lost Devin Booker. Obviously, they probably finished as the 1 or 2 seed. Cooper Flag still wins Rookie of the Year. Scoot Henderson wins 6th Man of the Year. Azar DPOY. Kel'el Ware most improved. Jaden Ivey clutch player. Bunch of hardware there for the for the Pistons. Jalen Green, Naz Reid, Kel'el Ware, Josh Hart, all NBA first team. Knicks fans, what in the world is up? Jarrett Allen there too. All NBA second, Keontae George, AJ Mitchell, Ben Mathurin, shout out to Canada, Desmond Bane, DeJounte Murray. Third team, there's Hartenstein for the Thunder. Reed Shepherd for the Rockets, 23 points a game. Jonas Valanciunas. Dude, who needs Jokic, am I right? Nick Claxton and Steph Castle. That is insane, man. Let's get to the standings. Chicago is the onesie. I mean, they had the best player in the league, Nikola Vucevic, who averaged 15 and not what? His numbers were worse? How does that make sense? The Brooklyn Nets were the 2 seed. What? Yeah, I guess Claxton really carried them. The Pistons, the Knicks, dog, there's nothing. There's not Hornets. There's just not. What can I do? This team is good, bruh. That's so bad. That is so bad. I don't know how. I don't get it. The Bucks are way down there. Yeah, you take Giannis off this team. I only removed Giannis. Everyone, they're so bad. Over in the West, the Clippers are in the basement. So are the Lakers. That checks out. OKC missed. What? Okay, I had no read on this simulation. I am way off on all. Oh yeah, of course. Why would I plant my flag, predict a team to win other than the freaking Dallas Mavericks? What was I thinking? That is crazy, man. There's no way you're telling me. I'll look at it in a second. Phoenix, San Antonio, Sacramento, Golden State. What? You've got to be kidding me. This simulation all over the place. But seriously, I just, this isn't going to be another video where I cry about the Mavericks. Cooper Flag, Derek Lively. So they have an 81 and an 80. Like, this team is pretty deep. It's fine. But look at it compared to the OKC Thunder, an 83. that team is so much deeper. They have a full starting 5 plus some bench pieces of 80 overalls. Like, that does not, I always try and figure out the simulation. It makes no sense. Oh, by the way, I guess the lottery odds. Can I view the lottery odds? I guess not. I think the Lakers, the Bucks, the Heat, the Clippers, the Lakers will have the best shot. They could end up with Jokic, Shea, or Giannis. Yeah, the Lakers might end up with Luka. That'll be funny. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's get to the player stats. Season sim leaders. Cam Thomas, why would he only play 30 minutes a night? I don't know. Led the league in scoring. His per 36 numbers probably went crazy. Yeah, him and Jalen Green, about 34 points a game. Sorry, per 36 minutes. Benedict Matherin's up there. Mitchell's up there. Anthony Simons coming off the bench for the Celtics is up there. But look at how those numbers fall off. The top 10, 22 points a game. What is it, like 2004 up in here? TJ McConnell leading the league in assists. Kalel Ware-Hartenstein in rebounds. Interesting stuff. Desmond Bane, Jalen Green. I mean, they're running this league. Jalen Green and the Suns, they, I guess, should be the favorites here. I'm going to go ahead and simulate through the play-in just because you know how I feel about the play-in, man. Every time you simulate, the teams are just going to lose in the first round anyways. We do have our playoff bracket set. I assume we should get some good series here. Like, the parity should be crazy. Dallas, like, they're not going to sweep Denver, right? No, the Nuggets take game 1. All these teams are much more evenly placed, right? When there's no Jokic or Anthony Davis on the floor. Like, the rosters look pretty balanced. Dallas is down to, I thought they might get swept in round 1. They're down 3-1. The Denver Nuggets. Oh, you got to finish the job. You got to finish the job. Denver, you suck. Over in the East, we've got a bunch of series wrapped up. Alex Sarr and CJ McCollum fall short to Kobe White, Nikola Vucevic. The Indiana Pacers, dude, Benedict Mathurin coming out of nowhere, 29 points a game in the playoffs. He carries the Pacers past Landry Shamet and the Knicks. Well, that makes sense. Also advancing, not the Toronto Raptors, RJ Barrett. Man, they had kind of a good portion of their squad. Cam Thomas had 48 points in game 6, 35 a game. Bro, he is a dog. Michael Porter Jr. has recently gotten a boost. He's like an 86 overall, so he's not on this team. That would be why Cam is going crazy. MVP Jalen Green and the Suns advance past the Timberwolves. Also, the Kings beat the Golden State Warriors. Yeah, the Kings, I thought, pretty good team. Russell Westbrook, 10 points, 12 rebounds. We do have some game 7s, though, including Denver. They were up 2-0, then 3-1. They've let the Mavs back in the series. More importantly here, at least what we're focusing on in the moment, Magic Pistons. This is a good game. DPOY Azard Thompson. Clutch Player of the Year, Jaden Ivey. I let the simulation go a little bit long. There is still a chance here for the Orlando Magic in their beautiful pinstripe blue jerseys. Desmond Bane at the free throw line getting stopped up by Ivy. The cutback doors from Jonathan Isaac. He kicks it out. Suggs back to Bane. Bane is their go-to here in Orlando. He's getting deep. Good position. Oh my gosh. He's going to throw it down. What? I didn't see that coming. Marcus Sasser now for the Pistons. I mean, I'm sure the Pistons are a good defensive team. Is Tobias Harris their go-to scorer? Harris burns past Jonathan Isaac. That was beautiful. I was doubting Tobias being the go-to, but he might have just sealed this game. Desmond Bane back the other way. The Magic could really use a triple here, but obviously any bucket will help. Bane bullying inside. Good defense from Ivy, and that's going to be the series. No Cade Cunningham, no problem. 28 for Tobias Harris. Karis LeVert. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to check. 44 points from Desmond Bane. He was trying to do everything he could. I don't know why, but Karis LeVert reminded me I should have looked at trade. Oh, there were no trades. There were literally no trade. That's crazy. I think I kept. Hold on. Did I turn off CPU trades? No, they're still on. Okay. I thought it would be funny if a team or two traded their first overall pick, but it did. Wait, what? Oh yeah. I just simulated an Eastern Conference game. My mind is all over the place. Let's go to San Antonio versus the Pelicans. I think DeJounte Murray's simulating well here, but on the other side, it's all San Antonio. I think Stephon Castle's been carrying them because I removed Wemby and De'Aaron Fox. Yeah, Stephon Castle, 23, 11, and 8. Kelly Olynyk, another shout out to Canada right there. Good closeout game for the Spurs. Leaving us with just one game 7, the Denver Nuggets and Dallas Mavericks. Denver had their chance. Yeah, pretty evenly matched game. Rosters here. Aaron Gordon, the best player on the floor. Will he act like it in a do or die game? You can't let the Mavericks have any air. If they win this here, oh, they're done. It's over. It's a blowout. Are you kidding me? 2-0, 3-1 series leads for the Nuggets. They end up blowing it. Watch the Mavericks win the title now. You let them get momentum. Cooper flagged 46 points. This brother went crazy. Are you kidding? Like, the thing is, he's only an 81 overall. Like, if he was like an 86 doing this, fair enough. Anyways, whatever. I'm not here to cry about the Dallas Mavericks, so I'm not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. All right, here, the Mavericks have the Kings in round 2. Basically all the favorites won except for the New York Knicks. But let's get to it. Round 2, Dallas wins game 1, of course. Of course, that would be the case. The Pacers take game 1 over there. The Mavericks are up 3-0 in their series. It's now 3-1. Maybe they let the Kings back in. Nope. They win in 5. It's over. It is over. Cooper Flag is playing like a 99 overall. D'Angelo Russell. They have so many contributors. So many people just play well. But I don't understand why a team like OKC didn't have... I don't know. Whatever. I've already complained about it. The rosters, how this game simulates makes no sense. No game 7s in round 2. That was kind of anticlimactic. We do have a Battle of Texas, though. That should be fun. That's the Spurs and the Mavs. Cam Thomas absolutely carrying the life out of the Nets. 33 points a game. Benedict Mathurin for the Pacers, 26 points a game. Now those two Kings are meeting in the East Finals. The Pacers are definitely a better team. I mean, the Brooklyn Nets are starting Danny 2K. That's wild. All they need is Cam Thomas, though, apparently. Over in the West, you know the rules already. Shout out to Chris Smoove. Yeah, you never bet against the Mavericks. They're going to win this series. Doesn't matter what I think about the respective rosters. Into the conference finals we go. Dallas, Indiana take game 1. Dallas, Brooklyn takes game 2. San Antonio, Indiana take game 3. The Mavericks go up 3-1. Honestly, it's just... I don't know. Like, at this point, how can I still possibly be surprised by it? I don't know. I don't know, but I am. Just whatever the setup is, doesn't matter. They lose their best players. They are still the best team. And speaking of the best team, Brooklyn in game 6, series on the line, destroy the Pacers. Mathurin had 30, Cam Thomas, 31 points a game, and he's still not playing 31 minutes a game. Like, let this man play 42 minutes a night. The Brooklyn Nets tie up the series literally. Who's their coach? I don't even know who's coaching. Jacques Vaughn? Is he still coaching the Nets? I have no clue. Whoever it is, though, can you please let Cam Thomas cook in game 7? Oh my gosh, egg on my face. The Brooklyn Nets head coach is, of course, Yordy Fernandez, who coaches my Team Canada men's national team. I mean, they were a huge disappointment at the Olympics in 2024, so you can see how I might block that out. Cam Thomas to the rim. Fernandez, you gotta let the man play more minutes. The Brooklyn Nets are down 3 in the clutch. Can the Pacers close it out and advance to their second straight NBA Finals in this timeline? Benedict Mathurin, Canadian legend. So much Canada content in this video. He did break a layup, though. Back the other way, it's gonna be all Cam Thomas. He's going to work into the mid-range. There are players cutting. Igor Demin trying to cut back door. Danny Wolf gets inside for 2. Okay, true story. I'm just behind the curtain. What I'm doing right now is trying to figure out how to pronounce Igor Demin's name. Is that how you say it? I know I've heard it pronounced once or twice, and it's not how I read it. Igor Demin, I think. By Googling my YouTube, Igor Diomin, is that right? Man, I obviously this is a casual moment as a missed layup from Mathurin. Igor Diomin, is that, am I saying that right? Nets fans, let me know if I'm cooking down below. Anyways, Cam Thomas, he's not gonna let Igor touch the ball. Cam hopping inside. That was a beautiful bucket. I mean, it's hard for me, an admitted casual, to keep up with the pronunciation of every single player's name when it's not obvious. You know what I mean? Okay, Obi Toppin slicing to the rim. I should be better. Igor Diomin. I'm going to remember that now. Nick Claxton inside. The Nets are scoring so easily. That's just... They might have just won this game with that dunk. Igor Diomin. I remember it took me a while to figure out how to say Luka Doncic back in the day too, but that's because people were pronouncing it differently. Obi Toppin's open for 3, and he smokes it. I remember making videos. It must have been NBA 2K19 when Luka was a rookie, and guys were pronouncing it different. It was Luka Doncic, like they were saying Don Kitch, like different things. Anyways, eventually we all learned Luka Doncic. Igor Diomin, if he becomes a true household name, a starter, it'll definitely flow, but for now, I'm trying to remember it. Anyways, back to the video. Why are you shooting a 2, Benedict Mathurin? And he missed. Igor Diomin on the glass. Oh, it does not roll smoothly off my tongue. The Nets are gonna win it. Bro, this video's all over the place. I'm sick. Just give me a break, all right? We're all over the place. It's fine. A huge performance from Cam Thomas, coming back from down 3-2. Yeah, the Nets just won back-to-back games. Cooper Flag, oh my gosh, look who's East Finals MVP. Igor Diomin. Now I'm losing it. Am I saying it right still? Insane. Unfortunately for Diomin, Cam Thomas, and the crew, I don't think it's gonna matter because this is the Dallas Mavericks, bruh. In 2K26, it doesn't matter what I do, what I try and do. The Mavericks just, okay, the Nets take game 2. Wait a minute. The Nets take game 3. The Nets take game 4. The Nets win the championship. Let's get out of here. I feel like we just robbed a bank. Are you kidding me? Let's just lock it in before anything changes. Cam Thomas, Finals MVP, Brooklyn, you won a championship. I learned how to say Yegor Dioman, I think. I mean, it's all coming up for Brooklyn fans. My good buddy Justice, who I know does not watch my YouTube videos, he's a big Brooklyn Nets fan. I should send him this video. Chris Paul retires, but now we get into the second half of this video. I know for Nets fans, you've accomplished all you needed to, but for the rest of us, this is the most interesting part of the video, the draft lottery. What if they rig it for the Lakers? What if they rig it? I'm just gonna skip right ahead. The lottery results, Milwaukee, Utah, LA, the Lakers fall to 6. Okay, all right. This doesn't really mean that much. I thought it was gonna be more dramatic, but now that I think about it, like, we just gotta see how these teams look after an offseason. I guess there's gonna be free agency. The Bucks first. What? They take Anthony Edwards? Okay. All right. Didn't see that coming. Utah takes Giannis. Wow. I mean, Anthony Edwards is a fantastic basketball player. He's young. Shea goes number 3. Joker goes all the way down at number 4, but they already have Zach Edey. The Miami Heat are up next. What? Kevin Durant? The brother is 90. They take him over Luka. Oh, it is rigged. It is rigged. They needed Luka to go back to the Lakers. Wemby falls all the way to 7. I'm forgetting players in the NBA because this is wow. The anomaly goes number 8. My Charlotte Hornets. No, they are trading the pick. Why does Charlotte hate being good? They traded it for Wemby. Okay, and Paul George. I don't know if I really. Okay, and a future first? Are they cooking? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but Philly takes, oh my gosh. Philly, why would you trade Wemby and take AD? I think Charlotte just cooked. I can't even remember who's still on the clock. At number 10, another trade. Boston is trading their pick and Anthony Simons for Anthony Edwards? What is going on? Why would the Bucks, what? They trade Ant. Why would they get Simons and Donovan Mitchell? Why did they take Anthony Edwards first overall? What? All right, man. I did not expect all this. Jalen goes, I got to keep going. I got to see some of these trades. Steph Curry going home to Akron, Ohio. Crazy. Kawhi goes to the Rockets. At 14, the Blazers get D-Book. I'm sorry. Like, why are D-Book and Cade not going ahead of Kawhi? I don't understand the logic there at all. The Raptors get Joel. Good luck with that. Wow. The Orlando Magic. Paulo Banchero had to be dog. Wow. Another trade. What? The Lakers just traded Luka and Rui. Why would they do that? They picked Luka at like number 7. They just straight up traded down. What is the logic? They get Tyrese Halliburton. What? Why would they do that? They traded for a worse player, a worse draft pick. Why? That makes no sense. The Timberwolves trade 19 for Kevin Durant. What are these teams doing? Miami just gave up their higher draft pick for Tyrese Maxey. At least in this case, they're getting younger asset. Why'd they take KD in the first place? Wow. I think putting these players into the draft, I think it's just screwing teams up. LeBron finally goes. He's going to the Big Apple for a year. That's cool. Pretty good value there. Jim Harden goes to the Pistons. I don't know what's going on. Brooklyn. Wait, how does Brooklyn have pick number 23? That's crazy. They just won the title. Now they add Jaylen Brown and his hairspray. Wow. All right. J-Dub goes to the Pels. Another trade. The 25th overall. The Lakers keep trading down. What am I missing? Dude, I'm seriously, if somebody can explain, am I dumb? They just traded Tyrese. So they're trading down. They traded Luka for Tyrese. Now they're trading Tyrese, but they also gave up Rui and Dalton Connect. Why are they doing this? Like, they're not picking up future draft picks. This makes no sense. If they were acquiring future first or other players alongside, this makes no sense, right? Unless I'm completely missing something. I don't know. We're going to get right to the end. Trae Young ends up in Dallas, where he should have been back in 2018. Phoenix drafts Scotty Barnes. Wow, what a freaking trip. Who did the Mavericks take? Oh, I just said Trae Young. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I don't know what the Lakers are doing. I'm in shock. Unless the Lakers were trying to play like a long con with regards to free agency, I don't know what. Unless my brain is just not working. Our league obviously looks way different now. Wemby ends up on the Hornets. I mean, I love that for Charlotte. Shea ends up on the Clippers. Good for the Clippers, I guess. Fixing a mistake from the past, kind of, anyways. But I'm sorry, I gotta look at the Lakers. I gotta figure this out. So, what? Where'd they get? Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, so I completely neglected to, I skipped ahead. I had 2 rounds of draft picks, all right? So the 76ers end up drafting AD and Chet. That's a pretty good duo. Donovan Mitchell, Big Z in Milwaukee. Rudy Gobert to the Bulls. What were the Bulls cooking? The Cleveland Cavaliers add Triple J next to Steph. Like, every team's got a duo now. Jamal and Ant in Boston. Shea has BI next to him. Joker has Randall. Oh, like no court spacing. The Hawks get Brunson, Siakam. That's a pretty good team. Maxey, AR-15 in Miami. Wemby gets LaMelo. Oh my gosh. Charlotte brought back LaMelo. That's, yeah. You know, probably not the smartest thing, but their starting 5 does look good. The Utah Jazz, Giannis and Jimmy. That's funny. I'm going to help out. I can't help it. I can't help but help out the Jazz. Jimmy needs to be a 3. There you go. The Kings bring in Dame and OG Anunoby, LeBron and Norm Powell, and the Knicks are going to win 20 games. Okay, but it brings us to the Lakers. That was like the biggest disaster class I've ever seen, right? Because they had, let me just think. They landed at pick number 6, Luka Doncic. And then in the second round, they take De'Aaron Fox. They also had Rui Hachimura, who's like an 81 overall. Dalton Connect, who was like a 78 before player progression. They end up trading Luka, Rui, and Connect and end up with Evan Mobley. No, I'm not dumb. That was stupid, right? That's crazy. I have seen it all. Like, what in the world? Paulo and Tyler Hero in Orlando. Trae Young and Josh Giddey. That is a stupid, like, that does not make sense. And they'll probably win 60 games. This video, oh my gosh. Jaylen Brown, Amen Thompson added to the champion Nets. Luka and Kristaps end up back together in Denver of all teams. Sure, Cat and Duran together in Indiana. That's not going to work. J-Dub and Zubats with the Pels. That's actually pretty smart. Jim Harden, Mikal Bridges to the Pistons. Joel and Jalen Johnson to the Raptors. The Rockets get Kawhi and Bam Adebayo. For one season, they might be cooking. Şengün and MPJ go to the Spurs. Scotty Barnes, Darius Garland to the Suns. Tatum and Ja Morant, wow, to OKC. Kevin Durant lands in Minnesota with Lauri Markkanen. Devin Booker, Franz Wagner. The Trailblazers look kind of okay. Halliburton ends up in Golden State where he should have been originally. Domantas Sabonis. And finally, Cade Denny Avdia back to Washington. That is a really good squad. This roster now, this league has insane parity. Honestly, the only team that looks completely garbage is the LA Lakers, who I've already lost my mind at, so we don't need to keep talking about it. And our MVP is Evan Mobley of the LA Lakers. I'm just kidding. It is Giannis. With the Jazz, I can't remember. Oh, Jimmy Butler. I made him a small forward. I guess I really changed things. Utah must have won a bunch of games. You are welcome. He also wins Rookie of the Year. Oh yeah, I guess all these players came in as rookies. What am I thinking? Josh Giddey, 6th man. Wemby, DPOY. Come on, Maluak, most improved. Shea, clutch player of the year. Okay, now my voice is starting to go again. Giannis, Tatum, Jokic, Shea, Wemby. That looks pretty usual. AD, LaMelo makes all... Dude, the Hornets might be cooking. Luka with the Nuggets. Yeah, imagine that, LA. You could have had LeBron, all NBA 3rd team. Good to see, old man. Wait. I predicted the Knicks would win 20 games. What? They won 48? Dog, this 2K sim makes no sense. Bradley Beal is a 74 overall. Makes no sense. That is so dumb. It is so dumb, but whatever. Whatever. LeBron's a 91 over. It's fine. Brooklyn trying to back up their championship. Yegor Dioman. Do I still have it? I don't know. Wow. I mean, sure. Did Cam Thomas still got his game off. 24 points a game despite Amen and Jalen being there. The Pacers, the Pistons, the Raptors, and oh my gosh, Charlotte, you suck. I'm always rooting for Charlotte. Never works out. In the Western, get out of here, man. Oh my gosh. Just whatever. Dallas. Wait, when did Vooch get there? All right, I guess a free agent. Phoenix, Utah is up there with Jimmy and Giannis. The Golden State Warriors are there too. How many games did the Lakers win? 27. You suck, Lakers. I don't know what you were doing. I was low-key, not even low-key. I was high-key excited to see what the Lakers would cook with Luka. Anyways, we're going right through the play-in and we're getting to the playoffs because this is where history is made. This is where, what am I trying to hype up here? Can the Brooklyn Nets go back-to-back? Will somebody stop the Dallas Mavericks before the title? Wow. Jason Tatum led the NBA in scoring. 33 points a game. Maxey, Shea, Ant, and Jalen Brunson, your top 5. Those numbers are more like it. Sabonis leads the league in rebounding. Nobody cares. Tyrese Halliburton on the Golden State Warriors. Okay. Yeah, OKC made the playoffs. So again, by virtue of each team adding 2 superstars, Like, there should be a ton of parity. Most of these series and matchups should be really close on paper. We'll obviously see if that's the case as we get to the simulation. Dallas wins game 1. Of course, I'm always looking at the 1 seeds and the Mavericks. Okay, 2-1 series. Wow, Memphis is about to sweep Golden State. That is crazy. Who's on Memphis? Joker in the playoffs averaged 35 and 11. I hate their rotation, their court spacing. They probably got none, but Julius Randle's getting his game off. The Dallas Mavericks are up 3-1. Does OKC make it close? It is a 3-2 series. Over in the East, the Nets might get upset in round 1. We might have a new champion. Grady Dick, Quickly, and Johnson carry the Raptors. Kind of funny they have a guy named Grady Dick and Johnson on their team. But anyways, I'm mature. No, I just realized that meant LeBron got eliminated. Well, I honestly thought they would be a lottery team. So good job getting back to the playoffs, King. You can go retire now. Also wrapping up their first round, the Utah Jazz. You're welcome, Giannis and Jimmy. This might just be their video. If somebody, OKC, I'm looking at you, can stop the Dallas Mavericks early, we could just have fun the rest of this playoff. The Dallas Mavericks do it. They take care of business. John Morant and Jason Tatum, no match for freaking 35 points from Cooper Flag. They've got Trae Young and Josh Giddey. Yeah, just throw some more point guards out there. Who cares? You'll still win. Unbelievable. Phoenix advances to round 2 as well. Phoenix simulated well in year 1. They add Scotty Barnes and Darius Garland. I'll be honest, I don't really like this team, but they keep winning. Over in the East, we do have one game 7. It's under my face. It is the Pacers and the Hawks. Indiana and Atlanta. I can't remember who's on either of these teams. We will find out if we get to jump into this game. And unfortunately, we're jumping in way late and this game's probably over. Jalen Brunson is on the Atlanta Hawks with Pascal Siakam. That's right. And the Pacers, oh yeah, Karl Anthony Towns and I think Jalen Duren. They draft 2 bigs. See, like, that's an example that probably shouldn't work, like, by logic, but hey, what do I know? 2K does what they freaking want. Andrew Nembhard, another dude. Canadians are everywhere in the NBA. We absolutely love to see it. Karl Anthony Towns from the mid block hit us with a dagger. Big purr. Let's see a big purr out to Andrew Nembhard. He misses. Well, that's a bit anticlimactic, but it's fine. We will simcast to the end of this game. Jalen Brunson in Atlanta can't get it done. 36 and 12 for Towns, 16 and 14 for Duren. I guess they're making it happen. Dude, my voice is fading quickly. I don't know what's happened. Oh, we have a second game 7. Brooklyn and Washington. The Nets trying to repeat. They do have a pretty good team. Yegor Dioman. I almost forgot how to say it. But Cade Cunningham on the other side. Omax Prosper starting lineup in Big 2026. Maybe Nico Harrison was right all along. Did he draft Omax? I have no clue. I'm just trying to, pile on Nico Harrison. Look at the Nets. The Nets are not done. They want to repeat. They don't want to be a first round exit. Uh-oh, this game's gotten close. This game got way too close, but in the end, the Nets will hold on. Cam Thomas, 35. What a dog. Okay, I just had to answer the phone. I don't know. Where are we? I don't know. We're into the second round of the playoffs. Let me check just very quickly. Giannis, 37 points a game. Wait, did the Jazz win? Yeah. All right, I'm on Team Utah Jazz. Wait, why did I say that? Now they're definitely going to lose in the second round. Yep, they're down. They're down 1-0. As soon as I jump on a team's bandwagon, every time. Okay, it's a 1-1 series. Phoenix, Utah, 3-1 series. Dallas is going to be in the freaking conference finals again. Okay, Brooklyn is back. They're trying to go back-to-back. Utah might win the series. Utah does win the series. Is Giannis the player of destiny to stop the Mavericks? Find out shortly. This is actually kind of insane. Like, I'm not upset about it. The process I went through to make this video, I deleted 60 players, add them back into the league. How do we get a rematch in the conference finals? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the chances of that? Yegor Demon, Amen Thompson, Jaylen Brown. They have Cam Thomas coming off the bench. The Pacers were here last year. I just the variables at play. How does that happen? Actually, 3 of our 4 conference finals teams are back because Dallas was also here. But I mean, it's Dallas. Like, that's not a surprise. Their starting 5 looks so mid. Dude, look at the supporting cast Giannis has. The Jazz actually have to win this series. Also, low-key, Giannis kind of looks good in that Jazz jersey. I'm just saying Dallas takes game 1. Unbelievable. Dallas, yes. Utah takes game 2. Utah takes game 3. Let's go. Keep it going. Utah takes game 4. Don't let him get back. Don't let him. You were not supposed to let him get any air in this series. Oh my gosh. It's just, how do they do it? How? Giannis playing amazing, averaging 31 in the playoffs. Utah beat them by like 60 points. 53 points they beat them in game 3. Game 4, they win by 4. and then the Mavericks win by 12. The Mavericks win by 1. They can't keep getting away with it. I told you I wasn't going to cry about the Mavericks in this video. We all know that was a lie. Look at the Utah Jazz roster. Giannis, Jimmy, Keontae George, Walker Kessler, a great starting five. Ace Bailey, 83 overall coming off the bench. Bryce Sensabaugh, a really good perimeter shooter, pretty good defender too, I believe. Actually, no, he's not. Whoa, my controller's glitching out. What in the world? They're so mid, dude. Trae Young, come on. They're redundant. Their three best players are both point guards. They have 2 centers. This is so nonsensical, 2K. Gosh, I'm getting so mad about it. I need to see Giannis and Utah win. I might just rig this video. You can't prove it. You cannot prove it. I might force win. Okay, I'm not going to do that. The Pacers. Oh, the Pacers are going to get some revenge here. Look at that. Brooklyn making it close down the stretch. Yegor Demon. You know what? Honestly, I'm sure Jordy Fernandez, he didn't play Cam Thomas enough. Cam Thomas only 31 minutes. Jaylen Brown was really good. Benedict Mathurin, Obi Toppin. Honestly, this Pacer team being this good, it also doesn't make sense. But I can't get worked up about more than one thing here. Congratulations to Indiana. I'm not going to be mad about you. Dallas and Utah. I'm not going to force win. Gosh darn it. We got to do it. I'm going to be so upset. Dallas, get out. GTFOH. Look at this. They're up. They're up big. No, they're not. But it's going to be big here in a second. Oh my gosh. Yes. I shouldn't have edited. If some of you are conspiracy theorists, I know you're going to think I just rigged this simulation because, of course, I edited out a chunk. No, look at the score. Look at the score. It's all fine. It's a 3-point game. Okay, so it's not over yet. Utah went on a 34-2. They have beat the Mavs by 11 points in the fourth quarter. Why am I breaking this down so sincerely? The reason is because when I watch you, sometimes when I'm making these videos, I think to myself, if I was watching this, I would probably think the creator just rigged. I would probably think I just rigged this because of how much I complain about the Dallas Mavericks. But at the same time, me crashing out about the Mavericks, I'm sure has some entertainment value. So of course, Ace Bailey really just missed a free throw. I would not rig the video is my long story short because he just missed both. Oh, Giannis on the glass. Wow. Okay. Nobody rigged a video. Nobody rigged a result. That was crazy. Ace Bailey just bricked 2 free throws. Giannis on the glass. Trae Young back the other way, kicks it out. PJ Washington, Josh Giddey. So they do have Trae Young and Josh out there at the same time. Josh, why is Jimmy going way under a screen? Okay, that's why he missed. I think Utah is actually going to pull it off. They were down by double figures in this game. They marched all the way back. Giannis getting fouled? What was that? And they're in the bonus. That's kind of anticlimactic. I'm not going to complain about it, but why would you reach in, PJ Washington? That was kind of dumb. This is also not, it is surprising because it's Dallas, but this Utah team, they put together a really good roster. Did they draft Giannis? Yeah, they drafted Giannis. They weren't involved in any of that trade shenanigan like the Lakers. Trae Young hop stepping. It's not game over yet, but they drafted Giannis. They drafted Jimmy. I did make Jimmy a small forward, whatever, sue me. But yeah, that was pretty good roster construction. They've got a bunch of young talent already. Giannis soaring to the rim. This is the kind of team that makes sense to succeed in this video. They were bad in year 1. They used their draft picks wisely, and they got some good player progression. What is Trae Young? That was a crazy floater he just made. It's going to be a real letdown to me if Indiana wins the title because I think this Utah team is way better, but it is what it is. Jimmy Butler mid-range gets blocked by Cooper Flagg. What was that? Why did Jimmy shoot that? The Mavericks back in transition. Don't do this to me. Josh Giddey inside. Ooh. Don't do this to me. My voice can only take so much of this video. My heart can only take so much. Dallas down 5. There's no way. I know they got that voodoo out here, but unless they hit a 3 on this possession, Trae Young, he's going to pull up. He's going to miss. Things we love to see. And also, even if he made that, they needed a 3. The Utah Jazz do pull it off. I didn't even have to force win or anything. Triple-double for Giddey. 38 points from Trae Young. I mean, their draft picks came through. Oh my word. 52 points from Giannis. That he's on his 2021 finals grind. I mean, Jimmy Butler's doing nothing for them, but apparently it does not matter. Giannis, West Finals MVP, 52 points to close it out. The Big Purr, East Finals MVP. My voice is really starting to go. Gosh darn it, I get sick so often. When you have a young child, this is what happens. She has a runny nose like every other day. How am I supposed to fight off the... Anyways, we got to get through this. Utah wins game 1. Utah wins game 2. The gameplay merchants are going to be mad if I don't jump into one more game. Oh, I thought we were going to get... Here we go. I will jump into game 7 if it gets there. Game 6. Oh my gosh. My voice, it's gone. It's gone. Game 7, Giannis couldn't get it done. They are a much better team than the Indiana Pacers, I'll be honest. But here it is. You let it get to game 7. Even at home, Utah, Oh, come on, man. You got to pull away. Pull away, Giannis. What are you doing? There he goes. There he goes. They do pull away late. It's a double digits lead, and it is a Utah Jazz championship victory. I know it's a bit anticlimactic, but you know, what do you want from me? It was a blowout game. Giannis 30, 11, and 6 wins his second career finals MVP. After all that shenanigans with the draft, all them trades, I mean, what were the Lakers doing? I'm still mad about that. Somebody needs to explain it to me in the comment section. The Utah Jazz draft Jimmy and Giannis, Keontae George, baller. Walker Kessler, walking double-double, more like it. Ace Bailey, some good player progression. Nice. I'm really happy. We got the Jazz and the Nets winning titles in this video. If that's not a success, if that doesn't earn me a thumbs up from you, well, then I don't know what will. I don't know. The Dallas Mavericks, they live rent-free in my head, but they didn't win today.